Your objective for this week is to read chapters 1 through 4 of Touching Spirit Bear and to apply the skills and literary devices within this lesson to your reading. I highly recommend you set aside time each day to read so that by Friday you're able to complete the test for 100 points based on your reading. The objective driving this lesson is what makes good writing. We're going to be exploring that question as we read the novel Touching Spirit Bear. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify and evaluate the author's use of theme, setting, flashback, symbol, and conflict. All of these occur within the first 4 chapters of the novel. You're going to learn facts about Ben Michelson using his website as a self-search, and you're going to begin to characterize Cole using examples from the novel to support your conclusions. One of your first tasks this week is an independent web quest. As a homework assignment, I'd like you to go to the author website, www.benmichelson.com, and find 5 to 10 interesting facts about Ben Michelson. You're going to share them with me on your homework assignment, and then please bring your ideas with you to class on Monday. Some of the information that you'll need to be aware of as you read the novel is the setting. Setting is the time and place of the action in a plot. The time of this novel is September. It starts in September, and the author will give you clues throughout the book as to how time has developed. The place of the action here is Alaska and Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our main character, Cole, comes from Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is located near the Great Lakes in Michigan, in the center of the United States, and he travels all the way to a remote island off the coast of Alaska. That is the setting of our novel. The author chooses this setting to develop the plot. If we didn't have such a remote and brutal setting, then a lot of the incidents in the plot could never occur. So as you read, I want you to think about why our author, Ben Michelson, selected Alaska as the setting for this book. A flashback is a scene that breaks into the story to show an earlier part of the action. Throughout this novel, if you're not paying attention, you'll notice that one moment you're sitting with Cole in Alaska, and the next moment you're sitting in Circle Justice. As an active reader, you need to be aware that the book is comprised of a bunch of flashbacks of Cole being on the island as he's telling his story. Please make note of these flashbacks. The early chapters are constructed as such to fill in missing information for the reader and to explain how Cole is now on the island. Theme. Theme is the main idea in a literary work. The theme in Touching Spirit Bear is about the importance of forgiveness. Throughout the novel, there will be many characters who undergo some sort of forgiveness for one another. Please pay attention as you encounter these ideas of forgiveness and jot them down. Cole's journey includes forgiveness of himself, his mother, and his father, but there are also some other characters who need to go through this process as well. Symbol. Symbols are person, place, or object that represent an abstract idea. For example, the spirit bear in our novel symbolizes the importance of putting others first and becoming part of the circle of life, or society and nature. There are also other symbols in the novel. As you read, notice that what they symbolize. The feather, the rock, and the atau are all symbols the author incorporates in the novel. What do they represent, and why do you think he does this? Please take notes as you read. And finally, we're going to talk a lot about Cole's character and what qualities he possesses. I want you to throw some ideas out, what you think about Cole as you read chapters 1 through 4. I think Cole's a jerk in chapters 1 through 4. And evidence from my reading that supports that he's a jerk? Well, he spits on Edwin on page 5. Come up with some ideas of your ideas of Cole in chapters 1 through 4. We're going to contrast these to the ideas we have of Cole later in the book. I'll give you a hint. He changes quite significantly. As you read, I'd like you to take notes, or you can actually write in your novels. These are yours to keep. So if there's something you'd like to underline or circle or make note of, feel free to write in your books. It's known as talking to your text. Have fun, bring me some great ideas, and let me know if you have questions. One of the things that I'd like you to underline as you read are literary devices and examples of them. For example, imagery occurs throughout the novel. There's tactile, auditory, visual, gustatory, and olfactory. If you recall, auditory is the sense of sound, like birds chirping. Tactile imagery is the sense of touch, like when he touches Spirit Bear. Visual imagery is when the author's appealing to your sense of sight. He might describe the nature surrounding Cole. Olfactory imagery is imagery that deals with the sense of smell. And gustatory imagery is imagery that deals with the sense of taste. And later on in our book in chapter 7, Cole eats a mouse. Another assignment of yours for the week as you read chapters 1 through 4 is to be a detective and find examples of each of these types of imagery. You're going to write the examples as they appear in the novel and practice our text evidence writing. When you write using textual evidence, you're going to put them around quotations because you're taking them out of a book and they don't belong to you. They belong to Mr. Ben Michelson. Put quotations around the words. Then incorporate the words from the text that you'd like to write. End those quotation marks because you're done stealing from Mr. Ben Michelson. Then write the page. Only include the number, please, not the word page. And then after that, include a period. An example would be, the wind gusted harder. I know that this is taken directly from the book, from page 75. If you don't believe me, go check. This will help you with your second assignment for the week. Let me know if you have any questions.